comfortable with crypto, which is in itself pretty hard. And then once they try it, you have to find ways to keep them around that aren't just superficial, like giving out free wearables. And I don't know. They need to like make a connection here. The like incentive to create just negative press is just because there's so much like, yeah, the legacy media problem where they just any engagement is good engagement because it all sells ads, right? And um, not to shill my
Money,
idea
money,
again,
money.
but that's part of why I wanted to create a way to set up contribution based incentives that reward people for positively contributing to the platform or to the community, and not just like reward raw engagement like we're seeing on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. And it's just like you just end up with such low effort like rage bait and clickbait and like if I see the words "What do you notice" on X one more time, it's like, how many people can I mute? It's just such low effort engagement farming, and it's sad.
I agree. I agree. Like, and you see it a lot, like in other platforms, like Warpcast or yeah, Warpcast and shit like that. It's just they're just posting to post at this point. Let's see that. I okay. So before I pass it to Make, I thought I saw Josh maybe unmute his mic for a second there. If you want to jump in, if not, we'll pass it over to Make.
I did, but it's
You're
not
observing
relevant,
everything, aren't you?
so it's all good. Make go ahead.
Yeah, I'm the strange metaverse guy in almost all my communities. And that's true even to the beast, right? And it's true definitely to the youths and now the dead youths. But slowly, by keeping it fucking real and just inviting people to have those experiences, you know, one at a time, they're changing. I think what a lot of people don't understand on this other side, and I think it's been super freaking awesome to have Pinch rocking with us over the last month or so, is like seeing slowly but surely people turning the corner on it. Because the one thing Web3 does very well, and whether that's crypto or whatever, is once they've decided to write something off, it's easier for them to just write it off. And that's true to projects, NFT projects, Decentraland, whatever. So staying committed to go out and reach out to people, to not just stay in your echo chamber and not just be a bro, right? I mean, Sin, you saw the other night when, two of the real leaders in the DGOD youth space, I mean, they let me come co-host and they could tease me all they wanted, but they know what's going on, right? And so I just highly encourage you guys, like, if you're in other communities than Decentraland, or like some of y'all have won some juice. Come on in and, with the juice and then go be a presence in other communities because it has its effect. Don't just be in this bubble, in this one room, and then on Decentraland and think we're going to make a difference. Go be the difference, you know? I think it's really important. And it has taken a long road, like with thick skin, to keep being the metaverse guy in these other places and never wavering and just being like keep finding ways to show them how great Decentraland can be. And I thought last night was probably one of the biggest victories we've ever had in that experience. I mean, the dead youths came in and celebrated their absolutely full mint last night with us. You know what I mean? Like, that's like to me, like going back less than even 6 months, a year, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Unless there are people willing to just keep being there, keep being positive, working right through the FUD, being the strange metaverse guy to them. Like, it's so funny, like when even Pinch keeps being like, yeah, welcome, you won a juice NFT. It's on Soul, and everybody's like, "What's Soul? I don't have a Soul." Well, it's like, get a fucking Soul wallet, give it a try. we can't point fingers and say why doesn't anybody like us if we're not willing to go and see what the other side is. So
Exactly.
I just I want you guys to think about that a little bit because it is like we're crossing lines. I mean, there's a reason I'm wearing a dead Ute and not a beast, right? I love that community. And even that's hard for me. Between two communities, let alone the metaverse guy community, it's all like these little micro tribes, you know? So we're just another tribe. And if we don't break down the barriers that like we're all Web3, we are all creating and we are all doing different things to be celebrated, it's not going to matter.
So who in this tribe is gonna create fire?
I mean, you know,
Ooh,
I'm
fire.
setting fires everywhere I go
Fire,
these
fire.
days. Um, I also have to say, I'm gonna step even further out of my comfort zone after today. So the next probably 6 months of metaverse parties are gonna be hard while I go learn an entire new system and platform. I love you guys, but I'm going for it. I'm not scared because I got you guys. Let's fucking go.
Exactly. We got you, Meg. We got you. And let's see. I would like to welcome a new speaker up here. Sketchlight, welcome. How are you?
Hey, GM, guys. Nice to be here. I like the conversation about metaverse and stuff. Sounds really cool.
Yeah. Have you ever been on Decentraland?
So, yeah, I think, yeah, but a long time ago. I'm mostly using on Cyber. Well, I don't know. What do you think about on Cyber?
I mean, I definitely have attended some on cyber parties. Like on a personal note, like I do attend on cyber parties, but I don't know. Like there's just something off for me personally. That there's something off that doesn't let me kind of immerse myself into the environment at least as much as like I immerse myself in Decentraland. But this could be like just my personal opinion. Maybe we can even pass that question over to the rest of the room.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to see like what you guys like, what features or what things there is in the seller that you really like and make you connect to it. And I also wanted, the guy that was speaking before, I think he just drugged or something, but he was talking about connecting all those small tribes, all those small community, and I would love to introduce you about the event that we are having next Saturday on Cyber. But before, yeah, please feel free to do your thing. I don't want to impose something if the subject is different.
Thank you so much for considering that. But yeah, let's definitely pass that question over to the room. Anyone that has previously been on Cyber, like what are your thoughts and like how would on Cyber what features or aspects of on Cyber would improve your experience, if you have any comments?
I think I've tried on Cyber out. Like I put some of my artwork on there, and I think that's what you're talking about. It allows you to put your artwork up somewhere. I have an on Cyber gallery, but I don't know. Like it feels very disconnected. If that's the best way I can describe it. I'm not sure. It was easy to put the artwork into the space. That part was easy. Like I don't really, I don't code. I'm not like a developer. I'm just an artist. So that part was easy because you just clicked a button and it just loaded it in to the scene. But as far as getting people to see it or, kind of communicate with other people on Cyber, that I have not experienced at all. And maybe I don't know how to use it yet, but it wasn't like a place you could, I don't know. I didn't know that you could go see shows there. Years, but yeah, as far as just the still gallery space, I do have an on cyber gallery. but I didn't know that there was like other things. So yeah, it just feels like disconnected. I don't know exactly what about it. Um, there's not really, I don't know. I just like Decentraland because of the community bonding and the people who are like genuine of people like meeting each other from all over the world. Like I did a DJ thing one night and like 30 people showed up. They just randomly just showed up and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so cool." They were all from different places around the world and we just talked all night. Well, all for me it was all morning until like 6 or 7 in the morning. So I really like that aspect of it. Anyone can log in and you have like a physical self, walking around, and you can, make emotes, or you can get emotes, and you can buy wearables, or you could also sell wearables. But there just seems to be more of a community vibe to it, which I didn't really experience in on cyber, but perhaps I don't really know how to use it properly. That's a possibility.
Yeah, that I do like with what I had commented. Like it's like, yeah, I have can't seem to immerse myself in the environment, and that could even be it. Like what you just mentioned, like the community aspect. I do recall, showing up to that event. I believe Stony Eye was one of the performers. One of our Decentraland family was performing there. That's why I found myself there. And I don't know. It just I felt alone. Yeah. So, anyone else would like to, comment?
Yeah, I'll say it's probably time to check out On Cyber again. But I've been to a handful of On Cyber events in the past, and like, I don't know, in terms of like connecting with other people, I think there's probably as much of an opportunity, maybe. But in terms of like how I can use the tools that I use to create art, and the freedom to do that is what attracts me to platforms. So if I remember correctly, like there wasn't a lot of like custom building options like available to me. So that's what kind of kept me away.
But as you mentioned, perhaps is maybe time to check it out again and see if like they've updated some things and can bring a little bit of interest back into like your into on cyber for you. Pass it over to Sketchlight.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, guys, you made me very curious to check Decentraland and the stuff that's going on there, because I really didn't invest my time there and find great I guess great people and great community. I like what you said, that you did like a DJ something event, and random people came in. I think it's totally a cool thing. I don't know if on cyber, if I will go to some gallery, I don't know if I really will see random people unless I'm doing an event and really inviting everyone on a specific time on a specific day. The topic of the device is community building, and this is actually really what we are trying to create in the next event. If you don't mind, I will just pin it up and let someone else also speak.
Yeah, for sure. Crap, I was going to make a comment. Okay, who was the last person that spoke? Okay, it was Josh, I believe. Ah, dang it. It was going to be a decent point, I think. Nah, I'll just pass it over to Make. Go ahead.
First of all, sorry for the rage going up and down. I couldn't hear anybody. Um, yeah, I've been a part of some dope on cyber events. Um, there are different fractions, right? Right here, we're the Decentraland fraction, and then you've got like dope ass people from Spatial. I saw Ira down there just a second ago. I don't know if she's still here now. And you know, I think there are some key differences, and one of the biggest differences, first of all, in Decentraland, is that it's a world, right? It's not a individual gallery. So when it comes to on cyber, it's critical, or any standalone platform. it's pretty critical you build your audience for that experience at that time. And hopefully via the support you have on cyber, that they also help you promote your said event, right? Like whether that's on a board or whatever. I have seen some incredible events on cyber, but I've never. And we used to do a show called Metaverse Mondays a while back, where we would venture to a bunch of on cyber places. However, it's hard to garner your community when you're an individual gallery. You really have to operate almost as if you are just a gallery, because community support, it's harder to rally if there's no open world structure. And I think that's what's very unique about Decentraland. Having said that, as long as you're out there promoting within your structure, you should be successful. And I always encourage everybody here to go to multiple platforms, because we're all trying to build a similar concept. Um, I myself have a spatial, and I have a hyperfi, and I have land in Decentraland, and we try and throw parties. So I'll just say, I think finding people like you, Sketchlight, and everybody else, like, that's what this is all about. It's about aligning people who are trying to build and create and welcome people to platforms. Um,
And, and I want to add, like, even in a genuine way, in an authentic way, not like a cash grabby or shilly way. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm planning to bring. We do a party on Friday night. You're welcome to come. No shill, just a thrill. But I plan to bring that also to my Hyperfi, to welcome the Kid Called Bees community and show them that they can take their assets from Decentraland and go hang out somewhere else. I will add, for OnCyber is another platform where you could take your VRM technology and go hang out. So there's a lot of synergy. It's just harder to find your people amongst individual places, where here we can run into people. Whether we want to or not, that's a whole nother story. But welcome to the game. Anyway, those are my thoughts, and welcome to our community.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. For in terms of community building tips, like you definitely landed in the right space today. And I do remember my what I wanted to kind of touch on. It was when you mentioned like that we're inspiring you to kind of try Decentraland and stuff like that. And I want to throw out there that even Decentraland is not perfect, because like a lot of the times a user may come in, like let's say you don't know us, right? A user will come into Decentraland, and if there isn't anyone at the starting point like being like, hey, what's up, like you want to check out some places, or you want to like talk about like what Decentraland is like, or someone that would just teach you to press X on your keyboard and pull up your explore tab and like look at the most populated lands and like tell you to jump there because there's most likely either a game or an event happening. Like just that simple, not having someone to tell you that simple information will make it so you kind of even like miss out on the overall Decentraland experience. So I mean that's part of the reason why I live in Genesis Plaza. Genesis Plaza is the starting point of Decentraland, and I basically like whenever I have some free time, I like to go there and just vibe and chill and wait for anyone to be like, I'm new here, help.
Definitely. Actually, one of the reasons that we are doing actually our events. I'm like a co-founder of Linked by Art that are doing those specific events. This is like the sixth time we're doing the super community thing. We actually build on cyber only because we are partnered with the Paladin Pans project. She basically gave us as a gift this gallery, and it's made by one of their best meta architect out there. It's OX Wolfgang. He's like is really working in this field, and it's like he gave us this, said, okay, do whatever you want with this, and then we came up with all the exhibition format, super community idea. So this is the reason. Actually, we would love to see communities from Decentraland participating in like say like the upcoming events that will be in the future. I think it will be so cool to basically, because I don't know if a lot of artists actually using those tools to build themselves gallery. I think it's a great ticket as an artist when you apply to stuff or show you stuff, and then you so you put your website, your portfolio, and give them also a link to your metaverse gallery. I think it's so impressive, and by bringing people to this event, it's basically getting to know the option and tools that can really use. And also one of the main things that we are doing this event, it's like we have like 25 different artist community participating like on one group exhibition. It means like every community curating their own wall featuring 6 artists, and it's all under a topic, a theme. Like the group exhibition topic is linked by love, because we have a spotlight community. It's One Love Art DAO, and they choose the topic for everyone. It's like we like to have it like a theme kind of thing, and not just pretty pictures all over. And we have solo exhibition every time, and we're doing these events like once in 2 months kind of thing. And the whole idea is basically bringing together everyone under one roof, just to we are not selling anything, we are not getting paid, we're doing it from the love of the the arts and the community, and really trying to join forces with everyone, so everyone will get it easier to know everyone else by basically coming to the event, hearing what other communities are working on, finding ways to collaborate. This is the places that new ideas can come together, because there is so many people here that's been here so much time and have so many connection to different things. So it's really like the idea to connect everyone for at least once in a 2 months kind of event.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, I'm gonna mention this for like even just the overall community, and if anyone feels otherwise, please feel free to speak up. But like a big portion of the Decentraland community is like very open to like cross pollinating different like with different communities, and like coming together and finding ways that we could all like even grow as individuals. Like we're not like the other side crew or whatever that are like other side or nothing, like get out of here, But we welcome individuals from other platforms. So I mean, definitely you were mentioning even like bring some people to participate. Like I would love to, if there's any panels I can speak on or whatever. Like I am happy to share like my non-expertise on community building or whatever it may be. Um,
Yeah, definitely. I wish I met you like sooner, and maybe try to invite you guys also to get the wall. It's like we are a week before the event, so it's like we don't have the time to add anyone now. But I would love to stay in touch, and of course, if it's relevant for you and you like the idea, I would really hope for the next time at least we will show also what you're doing in our events, basically.
Of course. And I mean, like, as you can see, like the title of the space, Community Building Decentraland, week 120, Kanessa and I have been hosting these spaces for about 120 weeks straight. And so, if you ever want to come back and find that, this group of individuals, like a lot of us, hang out here every week and come in and share and just chat about the overall platform ecosystem. We like, even when if there's like nothing really special going on the Central End, we're still talking about Web3 and like how we can improve ourselves, how we can personally grow. So you can find us here for sure. Every week. We start at noon Eastern, so right now we're about 4 hours into our current space.
Okay, great. So it's every Saturday, right?
Every Saturday at noon Eastern. We start,
Okay,
at
very
least.
cool. And one more thing I would like from you guys, if there is an upcoming thing that's going on Decentraland, please, I don't know, someone DM me a link. I would love just to explore.
Actually, to tell you the truth, in about 2 hours or maybe 1 hour and 45 minutes, yeah, that right there, what you said, explore, we have the perfect exploring event. There is, we have some community members. They're Odd Job, CK Bubbles, and Billy T Coin. They host this event called ABC Decentraland Tours, where they like every week they go to different lands on the Decentraland and like kind of like give a little spotlight to the creators and check out like the area, and it's like a cool way to like explore with everyone together and stuff like that. So there's definitely that event. I could shoot you a link to the Decentraland event post for it. Um, and also like Billy streams it on Twitch, so that like if you could follow in like with having his voice while like everyone's exploring on the Decentraland platform. I know that helps a lot too. Here, let me get you this link here.
Another question. Can I come through a phone or it's better to PC?
Pardon me? Oh, did you ask if you can join by phone?
Yes.
Yeah, it is better to well, there is no mobile support at the moment, so yeah, desktop is the best method, and I personally recommend just getting the client, like downloading the Decentraland client, for the best experience. Sketch. I'm in the process of looking for your name here so I can all right, I'm DMing you the link to the Decentraland event.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, and definitely look forward to seeing you around and stuff like that. And to tell you the truth, always feel free to ask questions. We definitely have a very helpful group here. Always willing to help, and yeah.
We're just a little crazy, that's all.
We're just a little crazy at times, for sure, for sure. We do come off the handles, like, and like, but it's all because like we're passionate.
Absolutely.
100%. You should have seen us earlier today. We were getting into some Dow talk, and like it was getting a little spicy.
I wasn't there actually. Huh. Now I understand.
But yeah, definitely happy that you came up to speak today, Sketchlight.
Yeah. I'm sorry you gave me the stage to share about the upcoming event, and I really hope to see some of you guys there. We will try and there is a problem, the flow of the events. Help me out maybe here. When you're doing an event and you have so many speakers and you have to give them an attention, but you don't want to give the audience a feeling that they are coming and hearing like a speech after a speech after a speech. So how you guys do your event if you have like a lot of speakers?
Oh lordy, oh lordy, oh lordy. Okay. I'm gonna start off by saying that this current space sometimes can turn into a shit show. Because yeah, we have so many speakers, and in all honesty, Canessa and I, we very rarely, make the hands up policy. Only when we have like very, very important topics that we want to stay on topic with, and we don't want individuals to speak over each other. But yeah, we for the most part we kind of like just stick to an open form conversation where everyone's welcome to come up to speak, everyone's welcome to share their thoughts and ideas, and sometimes there's individuals that sneak through that just become shills and stuff like that. But like we give them a little bit of time, and then we just move on. to tell you the truth, or if it's like really outrageous, we'll just like, all right, dude. Like, but yeah, like um yeah, sometimes we Vanessa and I don't have the perfect uh method, because like we're always getting DMs in the background like, you let this person talk too much, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up, or ignore them. um because like, yeah, I mean, we are here to allow everyone to share their voice, express what they want to share, and yeah, give different creators around the space, like the platform. And kind of like whenever Canessa and I first started these spaces, like 120 weeks ago, like Decentraland was a totally different place. The people around us really felt kind of, um, they felt like they didn't have a voice, you know? So from there, we like decided that we wanted to provide people with a place where they can have their voice. And, some, like I mentioned, sometimes I may get those DMs that are like, you're not doing a good job, and then I just like encourage them. It's like, if you really think so, like, start your own space. And like, because like, no, I'm not saying that out of a place of like, oh, if you don't want to be here, start your own thing. I say it as like, any content in the space that it revolves around these topics helps. It helps the overall ecosystem. The more content we have, the more events, the more people talking about different stuff, like the more engagement that we get in the overall ecosystem. I don't know if that made sense.
Yeah, for me, definitely. As much as your audience get to ask question and get to be involved, like in the conversation, there is like more interesting for everyone, I think. Then there is always the issue on all kinds of events that you go and you just your speeches, and it's like you lose attention at some point maybe, or so. It's like, yeah, definitely, give the ones that want to say something the mic. And I don't know if Decentraland says it, but on cyber, when we have like the speaker, so we encourage everyone in the chat. There is also option if someone, I don't know, not feel comfortable to come up and speak, so you can ask something on the chat, and basically, yeah, to try to make the conversation more engaging.
Yes, yes. In Decentraland, we do have like a typing chat. Yeah, so yeah, definitely we do have those aspects too as well. Like right now, we are streaming this Twitter space into Decentraland, and in Decentraland currently at Canessa's land, we have 16 individuals just chilling with us in world. Just listening in on the conversation. While we're also here in the space, and I also have the stream going out to Twitch, YouTube, Kick, X as well. So we made, in a way, it's like we spread out a little thin, but at least for like the other platforms, it's like it's in a way to try to get a little bit of exposure from the Web2 crowd into like Web3, and like have them listen into our conversations, and perhaps maybe some conversations may spark some creativity or whatever it may be.
Definitely, I really love it. Like with all the streams, that's definitely a great thing.
It's not cheap though. That's for sure. You kind of have to have a little I don't know what structure, I guess we can call it. Make, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say that's one of the big differences with DCL. Like, depending on if you're going to work with someone, you got to buy the land if you really want to commit, and you got to build, and it works different, right? I think what On Cyber does well, and Spatial, I would just add into that. It's a gallery presence, like however you shape it. Where on Decentraland, it's more of a creator built experience, but I would say it's less of a gallery experience. So it's like all of these platforms have different pros and cons, and I think the most exciting thing to do is find your people. And you are welcome with us whenever. And I think we're all explorers at heart and trailblazers and creators at heart, who believe in just pushing forward. And I think what you'll find in Decentraland is some of the most passionate people, who are building there. But there is a barrier to entry. And it's very different in that sense. Like, I think On Cyber is also great when you want to have speakers speak. Decentraland is more of a chat box place. And in fact, in most environments or settings, we don't use the speech aspect of the box. People sometimes do it, and usually people freak out about it because we're usually watching some sort of performance or uniting based on something like that. So they're all different tools, but we're all here trying to figure out how that works best for us.
Yes, sir. And just want to give a shout out to Mr. Unorthodox for thank you for showing interest in tonight's ABC Decentraland event. Billy, and Ajab are awesome, people, and definitely very knowledgeable and always willing to help. So yeah, definitely show up to that event. I did share the link to the event post on the comment that you dropped in the purple pill on the space. So yeah, thank you for showing interest, and would looking forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, I will definitely check it out. Thank you.
Oh, I wanted to add to that. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was just kind of letting everybody know, like, if you ever want to do a show in Decentraland, I have a plot. It's minus 104, minus 95. So it's called Seed. And if you know people that are musicians or DJs, I'm always like putting it out there for anybody that wants to perform. And then I also like to live stream it to this account. And the last time I did that, there were so many people watching, which I had no idea the power of live streaming to X. There's like a whole, you have to do it through desktop, but there's a whole element to the producer part of X that allows you to even edit and cut the live streams, and then you can share them later on. But yeah, while I was live streaming, I noticed like there's like over 950 people watching, and I was just like so mind blown by that. Like all I did was just post it. So I don't know, perhaps X is super into people, being creative in that sense. So maybe they just helped and pushed it out. But yeah, like if you ever want to do something, you're welcome at Seed. We are planning on starting shows. As of now, I think we picked the date, and that's September 28th. It's going to be the day that we start shows again. I've already put it out into several channels, like of people that could potentially perform. So if that's something that you'd be into, or know other artists, musicians, etc., like that want to perform, it's also open to poets. And I want to do like film nights as well, like independent shorts, or just like animations, or even AI created shorts, stuff like that. Like I'm totally all about making stuff happen. So definitely keep that in mind if you ever want to put on even your own show and want to curate it yourself. The space is always available. And I think we're going to figure out, I think Sinful and Make offered to help out with the server situation. So I think we're going to be okay. We're going to get it together. And
I think you'll be okay.
yeah, we're going to make it happen. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. So yeah, you're welcome to come and join, and you're also welcome to come and be involved as well. And I'm definitely going to check out On Cyber. I have a gallery there, but I don't remember. I got to like log in and figure out how it works really. I guess I just don't know enough about it, but I do have a thing there. I just need to find the link. I kind of forgot what I called it. I think it's like Cyrus, my artist name with 3 eyes, but I'm not. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like On Cyber, whatever /Cyrus, I think is the name of it. Because Seed, unfortunately, was taken. So I couldn't get that one, but I put it under my own artist name. So if you get a chance, definitely check it out. I don't know if you need the link for it or how that works, but I know I shared it at some point. I'm going to search for it and try to see.
I would love it if you can just DM it, because it's like it's hard for me to search the right places to visit. So your recommendation on key things or events will be very helpful as a start.
Oh, definitely. I actually can't tell who's speaking, so I think it must be one of the
That's right.
on the speaker panel, but it for some weird reason it doesn't show like who's speaking. So I guess like give me a heart.
Sketchlight is speaking.
Sketchlight. All right. Yeah, it says you're a listener on my end, so that's why I was like, wait, who's talking right now? I see you. We're just having some glitches, which is all good. But yeah, I'll send you a DM.
You know, just business as usual on X.
I also put in the comments, I don't know if you're looking for a performance artist, but I put in the comments one of Irena post. I think she's working, with the glasses thing and, creating live and, doing it in media. I don't know if it's something you're looking for, but I think she's really interesting.
Oh yeah, I see that. That is super cool. Yeah, I've never used the VR glasses, so I've always loved to like figure out how I just love watching people build and create in that way. I don't know. I'm watching the video now. It's actually really mind blowing. It's like a whole
Yeah, you
course.
see, what's the crazy part in it? It's basically, we all are artists. We're making, I don't know, maybe if it's 2D or video or animation, whatever, it's very cool. But this is give you like an option to get inside the artwork, and I think this is one of the coolest features that ever. Like, this is opens up a new gate. If you can like create a metaverse. Let's say you have a landscape picture you painted or something, and then you created this landscape picture as a metaverse, and just walking in the artwork kind of it- of exploring. I don't know. So this what she does with the classes. Maybe it's an open option to open a new ways of visiting inside the artwork.
Yeah. How cool would that be if you created like a portal into that realm? I don't know how you could do that, but I mean, I know there's portals in Decentraland where you can like connect different worlds and realms and stuff like that. But yeah, it would be super cool if you could like find a way. But what's cool about Seed is that we have the visuals on every part of the space. So all walls and then even the ceiling, there's like visuals. So it does feel super immersive, and you could kind of split up, see the like thing that the person is creating live and find a way to like somehow make that happen. That would be pretty cool if she could or you could just stream one of the videos that's already created of her creating. Oh, it's so meta. That's so trippy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, with our portals on Decentraland, they're definitely not as cool as that.
It's super super cool. I still have yet to try out those goggles. I've been meaning to, like, I think you can, like, go to the mall and, like, test them out, but yeah, seeing somebody actually creating something live with the goggles on and then being able to see what they're creating at the same time is really, really epic. Like, that just opens up doorways in my brain of like what could be done. I wonder if you could find a way to create that world and then like put it into the metaverse in some way. Like make it so that people can walk around inside of that. I don't know if that made any sense, but I see the visual in my head. I just wonder if it's possible for, people to like go there and check it out. But I don't know about that realm to really.
This is the next step of art, I think, to create some kind of experience that you can walk in the artwork.
Yeah, that would be super cool. If there's like an extension of Decentraland where you could.
when it comes to VR, I just think for the most part, all platforms kind of took a step backwards, and they did that to, most of those incredible VR worlds were huge. They were huge, like as far as file size, as far as standalone, uh, the physics, the voice, the true voice, like based on how close you are to someone else and having conversations. Most of these platforms right now, um, in the state that they're in, are not ready for true VR. Like you could go and have the experience in VR, but that doesn't make you an entity running around in VR, let alone being an identifier. I think right now, probably whether people can go experience things, and that includes almost every platform except for maybe VR chat. I think that's the only one. If it's not built specifically for VR, you can go and have an experience, but that doesn't mean you're experiencing what it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the client still has to be able to log in to the actual server
Well, and
that's
there's just
making the
physics
avatars talk
about
to each
VR.
other.
It's not just like, in fact, in most smaller platforms, like even like, and again, I'm not downgrading anybody's conversation or thoughts about this, but like, if you can't walk freely or have these free actions and you're doing it with like controllers and it's wonky, ultimately you spend more time feeling sick than having the experience.
That's
Yeah,
actually one of the reasons why the current controls are so clunky is because they wanted to keep it VR ready, and actually it should be like there's so few actions we can do in Decentraland that it can all be mapped on controllers, and that's part of the idea. And yeah, they're how to make sure that you don't give motion sickness to the people who use your VR app is indeed a whole field of its own.
so would this be a program issue, or would it be a hardware issue that the hardware technology is just not quite
I
there yet?
actually think it's a platform issue, because if you go to really good VR experiences, the devices work great. I've seen, and again, for all the problems that Altspace did have, um, the experiences you could have on it were second to none. But it was also about file size. I think just and all the key points of freedom that you're allowing that device to work instead of it just being like a viewing screen that has some controls. It's the freedom and the ability to use those things as they're meant to be used.
Go ahead, Wilson.
I actually think it's a human error. I think it's us as humans. We all, from my point of view, the first time I put on a headset, I fell in love. But other people have put headsets on that I've like given shots to. They've felt sick, or they've been, oh, what can I do? Or I really want to do this, and their expectation was higher than what was the ability of the headset could do at that point. And I think this is the part that people, they don't have the expectation set correctly at the beginning, like the level of the graphics. I think people expect to have HD straight away without like the file size being absolutely gigabytes worth of like streaming and stuff from that point. And I think that's what Make is kind of going towards, is saying the quality of the headset, of the visibility that people are expecting to see from a VR point of view is not as high as what people expect in the first place. And I'm not, I don't want to put words in Make's mouth, but I think that's what he's kind of coming across as.
I just think things that are truly built, and sorry for jumping in, Sim, but it's like
No,
when
I was
you
going to pass
see
it to you.
like productions that are built in 3D or meant specifically built with these high end moments, whether that's Apple or some of these programs, you're having this like experience built for the VR apps, it can be incredible. Um, I like playing virtual reality table tennis. I actually do so with Meta DJ every couple months. And it's great because the physics are simple. It works really well. It puts you in that environment with like a stable platform and goal. The physics are brilliant. When physics aren't brilliant in VR, it throws off the equilibrium. And that's what makes a lot of people sick. There are ways to fight it. Um, God, I always talk about it and I wish I could bring them in, but there was an experience from a group of artists who actually won like Cannes, like the Cannes Film Festival. And it was this Russian doll experience that was like 4 levels of spatial awareness. And it was one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen in my entire life. And the funny thing is, I actually bought my VR headset because I thought all the metaverse when I first, before Music Fest, number one, I thought all metaverses were in VR. I was ignorant. And I think most people are. Like, I think most people actually think the metaverse is mostly VR. Um, from a lot more people think, like on the outside, that metaverse is VR than what we actually do, right? But when it comes to ingesting VR for platforms that add VR, and I've heard Spatials has gotten better, but you didn't have that freedom. You really have to if you want to walk forward, you gotta press your thumb forward and hop somewhere, and that hopping method can make people sick. If you can't turn your head innately, but you have to use a controller, that action of moving your thumb to turn your head affects nausea. At the end of the day, when it comes to VR, you have to be able to have an experience that allows your body to just let it be. If you have to use controls to make actions where it comes to your spatial movements or your visual movements, you're asking somebody's fingers. It'd be like me going to try and snipe Sinful. It ain't gonna happen, right, Sin? Because I'm gonna run around in circles. We saw that when I played Fortnite. Um, if I had played Fortnite with you, trying to follow that in VR and like keep up with you guys based on my thumbs, I would have been throwing up on the floor. Because you have to free up the actions of at least your head, and your movements have to be able to be done in a free capacity. If you have to tether your hands to your eyeballs, most people will never be able to do that.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Mike. I think the whichever program that you've used isn't really set up correctly for VR like use case. I know like the thumbsticks used, but that's usually from outside your own perimeter of movement. So say you're standing in the middle of your room, you've got like a boundary box around you. If you go outside that boundary box, then you would use your thumbsticks to move yourself outside that area. Uh, for example, like if you were wanting the size of a football pitch to run around in, you can't do that inside a house. So they have to have like a further distance that you can travel, and that's what the thumbstick's used for. Is that
Yeah, no,
what you
when it
mean?
comes to
Yeah.
walking, totally. But when it comes to your actual head movements and using that's we're talking about the same thing. Yes. As long as you have like freedom of head and head doesn't become a joystick action, um, it's a lot better. And most of these you are limited uh, to movements. To like how you're seeing things is more like you're seeing when it comes to stuff not innately built for VR, you're seeing the actions as a screen and not VR experience. So we are agreeing. I'm just saying it different.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of programs that try to fake VR. So it's like a center point of the avatar position, and the camera just flicks around, you know, like from a distance point of view. But they've not really set it up properly to the headset, so the headset controls everything. But most of the VR stuff that are innate VR, they're fully set up. So the headset can move, you can duck, you can move around. You should be able to sit on the floor, and the viewpoint changes. All of that should be like fully local to the VR headset. And if it's not, then that's not a good VR setup, and I wouldn't be using that at all.
Exactly. That's exactly exactly right. So at the end of the day, the devices are ready. It's just it's really got to be built into the mainframe. Like just being able to turn something on and go have an experience doesn't mean the experience is right.
And that comes down to like the builders as well. Like obviously the program needs to spend money on VR, and this is the drawback that a lot of the VR users are using. They buy a new headset, like say the Meta 3, a few apps that's on there that are local to the actual headset that's been built by like obviously Facebook and other points, and then they say they've got a metaverse that they've spent an awful lot of money on, and people go in there looking for all these new games, and they look at like PlayStation 2 level graphics, and they're like, oh, where's the high quality stuff? And they just think it's not built yet. And that's what I'm trying to incentivize people. If you are into VR, coming to the platforms like Resonate. That's an example of a very high quality platform that does high quality kind of VR experience. And if you haven't tried that one out, definitely jump in and have a look at that, because it's a free experience. There's no payment involved, and it looks good. So check that one out as well, guys.
Yeah, I gotta say, and I'm fucking here to stay, but and I love VR. Like when it's ready, but I'm not overly ready to jump into Decentraland in VR because it's not built for it. Um, it's just the truth, and I mean, maybe they'll rebuild all the points in, but then all the builders gotta put in all those points for the experience. It's not just gonna be given, you know. It'll be available, but I don't know. I think maximizing what Decentraland is and maximizing the potential of stability. I think has to stay the main main points to this next venture of Decentraland.
So can I just add one last point? It was really just to say to Seeds, like if you are interested in VR, not to push a different platform or anything, but just to look into the experience that other artists and stuff that have done from a VR point of view. There was a I would call it like a community called Mocha Museum of Crypto Art. If you just type in Mocha, it should pop up. They built like a whole community of like artists that came into the VR part, and they built their own like lands and worlds and different points, and they basically tried to bring VR artists into the one platform to get it from that point. Unfortunately, that's civiled out. It's kind of gone now, but they spent an awful lot of money and time and effort trying to get VR to be like a first impression that people could come into VR to look at artwork. And it was quite interesting, the stuff that they came up with. So that may be something that would be interesting to look on YouTube in the Somnum Space video, like back archives from like 2021. They were doing it a couple of years ago.
Well, thank you. I want to thank everyone for just all these stimulating conversations. I mean, we've been going on for about almost 5 hours here, and we've definitely covered a lot of topics for sure. Um, I mean, I'll throw it up there for anyone that wants to either continue this conversation, continue with any questions or whatever it may be, or even even open up a new topic or new conversation. If not, we'll probably start to wind down here, and I can finally uh, start searching for some food.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Do I sell? This is just honest, sin. Do we sell what we already have, or do we keep it because I'm a chicken shit? Because I'm gonna go for it. Like literally, when this ends, I'm gonna go and shake myself completely out of my comfort zone. I could use a Mew hug.
Lol. I guess that would be like up to the individuals current experience or like what they feel like. If you're talking about when you say sell all I have, if you're talking about just assets that you've held on to from communities that you are in that no longer share your visions, that I say fuck it, sell it.
No, I was just talking about my DJ setup for kids that I'm gonna go and start over. New software, new board, all new things. I'm scared. I don't want to suck.
I'll give you a saying that all my IRL friends use on each other. Basically, we all do it to each other. Don't be a bitch.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna go sell it. All right, I'm going for it. So it might be a rough couple weeks, fam, but we'll get through it. Thank you, Sim, for hosting. Thank you for killing it last night with your boy and introducing I think at least 20 new people to Decentraland last night on the Bearman, and then freaking God knows how many people got to check us out last night. So wouldn't have happened without you. Can't thank you enough for always showing up.
And just to just to mention that was out of love too, not out of, as a hateful or bad
No, by the
negative.
way, I know.
Got it.
I'm just building up my courage to go box this up. I'm not kidding.
I mean, yeah, if you have any sellers or whatever it may be, don't get ripped off on Craigslist. Don't show up to the meeting spot and then like the dude just like takes off with your DJ boards or whatever.
No, so I'm going to the DJ supply store and I'm gonna sell what I got already, to put it towards the new one. But the bigger trouble is
That's
like
kind of cool that you can do that.
it's software, hardware change. You know what I mean? And every fucking point I put in for the last, 5 months, on every track will be wiped out. So starting over, it's all good. I mean,
It's all good.
some
It's
days
all
you gotta
good. I
wipe the
mean,
board to get out, but you need to eat. I was just totally shilling, and I'm not kidding. I'm really nervous. But I'm doing it. I'm taking this shit apart right now.
I mean, totally do it. I mean, it's never a bad thing to level up, dude. Like, if these DJ boards will definitely take you to another level, within your DJing journey, then that's definitely the right step. It's maybe a scary step, but growth is scary, bro. Change is scary. So, I mean, definitely, it's not unusual to feel this way. Look at me, all therapist Mew
I
over
told you
here.
you gotta start that Charlie Brown. What was her name? What's the name of the uh, advice person in Charlie Brown who always beats up on Charlie?
What was her name? I know who you're talking about, and I think she had
Lucy.
a
No,
quarter.
Lucy was the brown haired girl, I thought. Or was that Penny?
Oh, but doesn't she beat up on him?
I think everybody beat up on Charlie Brown. Either way, the Mew
Okay.
advice box, and don't by the way, don't forget what we talked about the other night. I really hope that happens. I'm not going to disclose it, but
The the
the
Muse.
Daily Muse. It is 100 hours, folks. Welcome to Decentraland.
Oh, I love that idea so much. I definitely need to like, yeah, you know, even if it's not like a well thought out concept, like definitely get it started in any way, shape, or form that I can do it. Even if it's like a pre-recorded that just goes live at a certain time every Sunday, Monday, whatever, Monday morning, whatever it may be, and just like put it out there. But definitely, I need to definitely need to you know, work on this concept because it's perfect. And I mean, the reason why I put it out there is because, like, I mean, it would be it's like a me concept that you came up with. Like, no one right now like that's listening could be like go out there and start the muse and like you know like look right doing it. So that's why I'm totally open.
So while we close this thought, I just want y'all to think about going to school and the school assembly. And in the morning, you got your, you know, the kids who come in and they give the school news. Well, I think Decentraland needs the muse. And I can't wait to hear the muse in the morning.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, let's just begin with some final thoughts here with the speakers we currently have. Ozzy, final thoughts, comments, concerns.
You have to start with me.
Want me to come back to you?
Yeah, sure.
All right. All right. How about you, Josh?
Well,
Well, then.
no, you know, just have fun with what you're doing. It's always a long road, so be patient with yourself. It helps. That's all.
Thank you, Josh. And oh, I'm sorry, I muted myself. Thank you, Josh, and thank you for being here today. I'm happy that you had you know the Saturday off and you got to hang out with us.
Yeah, me too. Thanks for hosting. As always, Simple.
And you know we'll be chatting and chilling and whatever it may be. You know we're in the community building Decentraland Discord to anyone that's still listening, and we're always there. You know, just sharing ideas and chilling mainly. Sometimes a chill sesh turns into an idea sesh. You know, it's all that it's all usually authentic how it happens. Alrighty, make final thoughts.
Do something that scares you because you never know. But that's good. Don't just go jump off a bridge, but push, man. Go and push. And once you think you've pushed yourself far enough, push a little harder. Keep building together. And if you don't like people, block them. Just kidding. Have a great night, y'all. I love y'all.
I love it. Let's see, Seed, final thoughts.
Just I just want to share how much I'm full of just gratitude. I know this is so corny, but I'm really grateful for all of you, and I am looking forward to many, many more gatherings and growth within the community and even outside of the community. And there,
Hi.
she had to say hello. She loves you guys. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Welcome back, Seed.
Take care. Take care, Seed. And yeah, we're definitely happy to have you speak today. Let's pass it over to Wilson.
Oh, I'm too new to be giving advice to people. I have been around for quite a while, though. I would say thanks to everybody in the communities. They're all great. The reason I keep coming back to these spaces and going onto the Discords, because these are all around giving out advice, and if anybody's looking for that, then join in. That's it. You can only take that first step, and once you've done it, then everybody's here to say hi. So join, come and play with us. That's it.
Thank you, Ozzy. And yeah, I mean, you're definitely not too new to like give advice. Like that was great advice. You know, just come in and be open minded, and Yeah, I mean, I think it speaks volumes that as someone that, recently started hanging out with us in the community building the Decentraland Discord, like that's like in a way, a testament to what's going on. So thank you for sharing that. Let's see, Sketchlight, final thoughts.
Yeah, I think like we're talking about the goggles and stuff. I think like we're like the corny thing. We're so early with that. Like I think like if you look 20 years about the phones, the Nokia, the big ones, it's like now we are at the same stage with the goggles and the metaverse and the situation. So I bet like in 10 years it will be like open up to so many amazing things. So we're basically at the point that we can kind of get involved and shape the future. So this is my message too.
Thank you, Sketchlight. And yeah, definitely looking forward to, uh, sharing experiences with your community, as well as your community sharing experiences with my community. Or I'm sorry, wrong word, our community here. Thank you for coming up and speaking today. It was very nice to meet you. Alrighty, let's pass it over to Ozzy. We're back to ya.
I'll be better prepared next time. Yeah, Decentraland's a place where you can build your own stage, make your own, pretty much build your own stage for your performance and everything, and that's really what makes it unique. The software, underlying software, is a lot of technical debt that has to be dealt with, and that also like strangely makes it feel like home. So I'll work on fixing up the home.
Thank you, Ozzy. Yeah, I mean, definitely Decentraland is a place within, within our virtual ecosystem that you could like come in and really build that platform for yourself, and that stage where you can, show off your work, show off your art, show off your music, whatever it may be, even if it's like your 3D skills, like, like build a cool experience for everyone to enjoy.
It's the meta within the meta within the meta.
Exactly. It's the cat within the box, within the box, inside a box, inside a box. God, poor cat. And yeah, I get as my final thoughts, I just want to thank every single one of you that has stuck it out with us for the last 5 hours and 10 minutes. Your time is very valuable, and just very happy that you have come in and spent it with us, shared your thoughts, experiences, your yeah, like, and even like shared a little bit of who you are. Uh, as a little recap, yeah, like we definitely have talked a lot about different topics today. We started off with speaking about like last night's events, and then we kind of slowly segued into the DAO conversation, kind of talking about what happened at the DAO summit, sharing ideas around the DAO summit, and what kind of like came out of it. I really appreciate that Gino came in here and actually spoke to us, because like a lot of the times, like we talk about these topics and issues and stuff like that, but like no one that should be hearing this information is here. So big shout out to Gino for popping in. Um, and having that, it was a very stimulating conversation that he was like kind of uh that him and Lastrom and all of us kind of like engaged in, and moving into the wearable competition that we're having on the Decentraland, that I believe should be ending in like around the next 12 hours or so. So like if you really have a wearable that is space themed that you want to submit for the competition, definitely get that in within the next 12 to 10 hours or so. And yeah, the rules are, the theme across galaxy. Make sure to have it published, or what was it? Published, curated, approved, and listed on the marketplace within before like the time ends. Um,
Has to be exotic too.
yeah, yep. And also very important, if you did submit a wearable for the competition, make sure to fill out the form to get into that. I believe Decentraland may have the post pinned or something, or if not, I could probably share with you. Make sure to fill out the form with the giving them the information that like you submitted your wearable for this competition. It will be very important for you to receive your reimbursement from the submission fee. So yeah, definitely very important to do that. And yeah, I mean, what else? I mean, we got into VR conversations. We shared a conversation, like a dual on cyber Decentraland conversation here with Sketchlight. It's been a fun space today. Really appreciate all of your time. My final thoughts is consistency, everyone. Consistency. Don't quit it. All this, whatever you may be trying to do, will take time. And to tell you the truth, it may even take 4 times as much time that you anticipated. But what is important is that you continue pushing, you continue learning, and you do it with passion. And yeah, never don't let that light within you dim out. Just keep pushing. I really appreciate everyone's time, and with that being said, take care, and we'll see you back next week. Actually, before I before I close out, I definitely want to remind everyone, Beyond the NFT will be live on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be interviewing our friend Pinch with the Juice Project. He will be our guest for Beyond the NFT, so it should be fun. And yeah, it should be a good time getting to know Juice a little better. So yeah, with that said, thank you everyone. And we'll be back here next week at noon Eastern. And God knows how long that conversation will go on. It could be another 5 hours, it could be 3, it could be 2, but I'm just happy that we'll be here. We'll be here, and we'll have time to talk to each other and share. Alrighty. Take care everyone. Bye. No, it's this one. Okay. Hey, everyone. Yeah, and everyone in world, thank you for your time. Yeah, thank you for being here. Love to see all the cool wearables. I guess for the remainder of the time between ABC Decentraland and now, I guess I can play us some music. Just we can relax for the next 45 or 44 minutes until Billy starts going live. And yeah, definitely head on over there. I will be closing out the Twitch chat or the stream, Twitch stream, and Kick streams and stuff like that. But we will keep the Decentraland screen going, and I'll play us some YouTube music. It won't be as good as a make an NFT set, but YouTube got some fire too. Let's see. You reminded me. It's oh my lord, oh my lord. Look at all these different time zones. 7:16 a.m. And then I see it is 12
12:17 a.m. over them having different community members from all around the world. And I definitely dream like of a day where we can have the Decentraland events that would cater to all different time zones all around the world for all our friends. And yeah, I just want to inspire whoever is part of these time zones that like all it takes is you to get that started. And then from there, it compounds, it grows. So yeah, definitely think about that. Take a you know think about these thoughts, think these